Welcome everybody to my research predictions for Survivor Series. Here we are, Raw vs SmackDown. Who's going to have the right to be called the A-Show? Here is my predictions. First of all, during the kickoff we got Enzo Amore versus Kalisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. It doesn't surprise me that this one will take place during the pre-show, especially when the focus of the night is about brand supremacy. Even if it wasn't the case, the Cruiserweight scene is not that interesting at the moment, even if Enzo as champion was interesting. Maybe it's all gonna change with Kalisto taking the win, but I think the Certified G will retain the Cruiserweight Championship. And to open up the main card, we start with a banger. The Shield versus the New Day. I was really disappointed to see Ambrose and Rollins losing the Raw Tag Team Championships, which led to their match against the Usos being cancelled. That was basically the best match of the night out of the card, but there was a purpose for all of that, and it is this match. It will be a really great one. I can't wait to see them facing each other this Sunday. Now it's all about representing the red and blue teams, and I believe Raw will score the first pinfall, with the Shield taking the win. Now we got the two women's champions facing each other, Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte. To be honest with you, now that Charlotte is the new champion, I don't see her losing a match in the same week, even if it's against a 4-time women's champion. However, there's still a possibility of a count-out victory or a disqualification that could lead to Alexa stealing the match. But for now, I think Charlotte is gonna win. Following that, we got the Intercontinental Champion The Miz versus the United States Champion Baron Corbin. This matchup was basically entirely sold on Twitter, with The Miz and Corbin barking on each other with short videos. Short but effective. These two are definitely not going to turn face soon. They are WWE's purest heels at the moment, and that's why I'm curious to see them face to face in the ring. And whatever happens in this match, I think at the end, Baron Corbin will be the one victorious. After this, we get the tag team champions going at each other. Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Usos. Like I said, I would have preferred the Shield versus the Usos, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Actually, I'm pretty sure that this one will be candidate for the best match of the night, especially because of the Usos. With the Revival out because of injury, they are definitely the best tag team right now, and even if Sheamus and Cesaro are close to that level, I think the Usos will remain the best tag team in the WWE roster. And now we get a first traditional elimination match between the women from Raw and SmackDown. So, without further ado, let's go through the eliminations. The first woman eliminated could easily be the captain of Team Raw, Alicia Fox. I would not be surprised if it's the case. Following her, on the SmackDown side, Carmella. And that's where the troubles are coming on the right side, with Bayley and Sasha Banks out of the match. Now it's gonna be tough to eliminate Nia Jax, so maybe Tamina will be out before that, just before Nia collapsed because of the last three women from SmackDown. That leaves us with a 1-on-3 situation, but the biggest problem is still here, Asuka. And I think she's going to go through Naomi and Natalya, admitting she's the 5th participant. Could be Paige though, who knows? Before finishing the job, not without effort, by eliminating Becky Lynch, leading Team Raw to victory. Finally, the last champion vs champion matchup with the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus the WWE Champion AJ Styles. Remember what I said in my card predictions? I was quite sad to see Mahal and not AJ going for Brock Lesnar, but he wasn't champion, so it was not possible. And man oh man, everything has changed in few seconds. We now got the Beast versus the Phenomenal. What a dream match. This is certainly going to be one of a kind, but will AJ survive the trip to Suplex City? I think it's going to be a really close one, but not close enough. I pick Brock Lesnar for the win. And for the last one, we get a second elimination match. Team Raw, led by Kurt, versus Team SmackDown, led by Shane. I feel like there's going to be a lot of turnarounds in this match. I hope, actually. And because WWE love to waste their talents, I pick Nakamura to be the first eliminated. And speaking of talent, well, Finn follows up. Now I feel like if Kane is around, he might cost the match to Braun, and I would not be surprised to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn invade the match and put Shane out of competition. Now, I think Bobby Roode will follow just like Samoa Joe, leaving Angle and Triple H versus Cena and Orton. That will be awesome. Orton could be the next on the list then, and that's where Triple H could betray Kurt. But with what happened to Jason, I think it's going to be the way around, with Kurt avenging his son. We now got Kurt Angle versus John Cena, and just like a few years ago on his debut, I think John Cena is going to fall short, which means I picked Team Raw to win the Survivor Series. And that was my predictions. As you can see, I picked Raw to win 4-3 over SmackDown. Now tell me who you pick in the comment section below. Thanks again to my current Hall of Famer and to everyone who got to listen to my shitty accent every time. Thank you very much. As always, please remember to share, like, and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. Next week, if I can, and that's really not sure, it's going to be the card predictions for Clash of Champions. And if you don't want to miss it, click beside the subscribe button and ring the bell.